So Nick Saban has come out with a 197-page proposal to not necessarily eliminate NIL deals, but to cap NIL deals, to put certain things in place where players can't get into the transfer portal, where they're limited. So now we're at the point where Alabama, and Nick Saban's a great coach, but now we're at the point to where for many years Alabama was able to pay players under the table, to give them jobs, money, cars, whatever. And they did it and concealed it. Now, with the NIL deal, now that it's above ground and everybody can essentially hire these players to get paid as they should, because you're looking at these institutions with billions of dollars in endowments. Now that everybody can contribute to it, it's a bad thing. Professional sports, well, college sports is a multi-billion-dollar business. This is capitalism at its fullest. You say you promise players an education in the AI world where education and knowledge is virtually worthless. It's zero. What can you tell them at Alabama that they can't find out on ChatGPT or Gemini? But I'm going to digress from that. For many years, these universities have profited off of the player's name, image, and likeness. You've sold hot dogs, drinks, liquor. You've sold jerseys. You've put them in video games. You have endowments. Coaches make billions of dollars a year. But for whatever reason, he wants to place caps in the transfer portal. He wants to limit how many times a player can transfer. However, you don't want to limit if you can cut the player. If the player is not performing up to par, you can cut them immediately and terminate their contract. So you're going to have to make an adjustment on both sides. It can't just be one-sided. You're talking about coaches, and in the case of Nick Saban, who's made millions and millions of dollars a year as a coach. You have these college coaches that make upwards of $5 to $10 million a year to coach. But you want to place caps on the players. How about you put in there, you place a cap on the coach? Well, the coach makes $50,000 a year. They often want to say, hey, well, we're giving them a free education, where they know most or most, or half of them don't even graduate. A lot don't even finish these programs and don't even finish college. When you're cut from the team, they revoke your scholarship and kick you out. But now, for whatever reason, Nick Saban wants to cry. He wants to cry. Oh, this is going to be the end of college football as we know it. Because we as coaches in the institution, we can't make all the money. We need to be able to lock these players into these programs where we are profiting hand over fist and give them zero to nothing. Nick Saban also said that since he's left, these funds for these NIL deals, or however they recruit players, has grown from $2 million to $5 million to $17 million. Now, I don't know, $20 million. Really? For a school such as Alabama that has an endowment of about $6 billion? What is $20 million to $6 billion? Well, in context, to give you a couple of numbers, think about this. 1 million seconds is 11 days, and 1 billion seconds is 34 years. So what are we talking about? So let's look at this. This is a 187-page document that Nick Saban wrote. I'm going to share with us on this screen. This is Nick Page. He files a 197-page proposal to eliminate NIL deal from college sports. How eliminating NIL hurts college football. Number one, loss of income. Players will lose money from endorsements, social media appearances, and local deals. So you cut them out. Well, the university makes that. I get it, right? I get it. Extract the money. Don't give these guys freedom. No compensation despite generating billions. College football makes billions, but players would have no way to share in the success they help create. Now, most colleges will say, hey, we're giving you an education, because I'm sure you can make millions of dollars with the history degree that you're going to get, or your mass communications degree. Yeah, you're going to get a big job. Greater financial hardship. NIL money helps pay for expenses, support their families, and build a better future. fewer opportunities for most players. A small percentage makes it in the NFL. NIL may be the biggest earning opportunity they ever have. But Nick Saban and the greedy ass, some of these greedy ass them adapting or figuring out a way to compete. But since this NIL is above ground, you want to cry and bitch and moan and run down to the government. And most of these men are conservatives. Why are you crying to the government? Don't cry to the government. Big government fucks up business. Less incentive for entrepreneurship. NIL allows athletes to build brands, start businesses, and develop skills for life after football. They want to roll these kids in to where they make nothing and the university has top profit. And listen, to the NCAA, come on, guys. You've profited for damn near 100 years where you had the kids sleeping on your couch to play. Right? The kids didn't have a car. You had to pick them up. The love of the game. But you will never talk about the hundreds and thousands of kids who were concussed, who tore a meniscus or tore their Achilles or their career was destroyed, who ended up working in warehouses. You don't talk about them. Eliminated NIL won't eliminate inequality. Wealthy schools will still have advantages through facilities, coaching, and resources. Absolutely. So, like I said, in the case of Alabama, they've always been a wealthy school. They've been able to lure these kids and pay them under the table and give them money, but now that it's above ground, these coaches don't want to go. Nick Saban left. So, Nick, why are you down there crying? Stop crying about this. We live in a capitalistic system. You say you only want these players to be able to transfer maybe going to transfer portal once in 2 years. Well, you still cut them from the. Are you going to cap that? Are you going to have these students where you guarantee them? Because you got them, right? So come on, Nick, stop it. Also, too, we see it in NCAA, National Government generated record $1.38 billion in revenue. NCAA Division I athletic programs collected $14.6 billion. Stop with the shenanigans, Nick Saban. These children deserve every bit of that coin, while the coaches sit and make $5 to $10 million off these children's backs from inner cities, from poor homes. And I agree, college athletes or students that deserve the right to profit from their name, image, and likeness. So to Nick Saban, have a seat, Grandpa. The Get Off My Lawn 200-page or 197-page NIL deal that you went down to Congress to meet about is dumb. How about you go to Congress to address the poverty in Alabama? How about you go to Congress to address the education levels in Alabama? Or how about you go there to address dental health in Alabama? But this shouldn't be the hill a great coach as yourself should want to die on, Nick Saban. So will you see this, Nick? Call me.